This video will go over the optional chaining feature in JavaScript. So let's say you wanted to check a property on some object. Let's j equals is object true. You wanted to check if bool parameter equals true. But let's say you are getting this object from an API. Right? So let's set this up. And there's a chance the object could not exist, right? Obviously, because if you have an API, there's a chance something goes wrong. So you'd want to account for this. Now, random times 2. Now let's say, sometimes, you'll get an actual object, sometimes you'll get nothing. Now there's a lot of ways to handle this, but one way you can handle this is using the optional chaining method. So if you wanted to check object.bool parameter, it's true. Or to make this easier, we could just remove that because this is a true key value. Console.log obj object is true. Let's try that. Now it's saying cannot read properties of null. Now why is it saying that? Sometimes it works, but sometimes it says cannot read properties of null. Well, that's because sometimes, 50% of the time, this is what this is. It'll be null, right? It's what this is basically saying is if a random number between 0 and 1 is 1, then give this new object actual value. Otherwise, make it null. Now, if it's null, trying to access any properties is going to throw an error in JavaScript. Now, the easiest way to solve this is create optional chaining. Let's try it now. Now it's actually working fine. This is because what this optional chaining does is basically tells JavaScript, okay, there's a chance this object might not exist. So don't throw an error, just act accordingly. That's not the exact explanation, but it's basically what it's doing. Now, this is what optional chaining does. Just, So, you just use optional chaining when there's a chance that a object's property, or if you want to get an object's property, but that object might not exist. Sub if you want, if you want.